Oh yeah, that's my dog. Well, hey everybody, I hope you're doing well. I've got a technique I'd like to share with you, something I figured out about 4 weeks ago. And so I've got some time testing in there. It's working very well. I'm very pleased. Of course, we all know that diatomaceous earth is a good way to help control fleas on our dogs. But I was never happy with the application part of it. It is an irritant to the eyes and of course the respiratory system. So you don't want to have a big cloud of this stuff flying in the air, which is what would happen every time I would dust the dog and she would shake and there's just this big cloud in the air. Now of course I can run away from it, but the dog's not that savvy and it's not good for the dog to breathe it either. So I kind of just put it on the shelf, but it's been a tough summer. There's a hot spot poor Lily's been chewing away at, and as you can tell, it's getting better. She's on the mend because this is working. Not only is diatomaceous earth effective for controlling fleas, but again, it's all about the technique of applying it. And now the bag that I have was getting kind of low, and honestly, I didn't want to buy another bag. So I was determined to figure out a new technique, and I have done so, and I'm here to share it with you. Now, the tool that you're going to need for this is a comb, a very stiff comb. Now, what I have is a good metal comb. It doesn't matter, plastic will be fine. It just has to be stiff. Scoop out about a teaspoon of it and brush it onto the back of the dog. Nowhere else in the body. Only well, I will use the back of the neck uh, and along the spine, but nowhere else. You don't want to put it on a place where the dog can lick because then it's just going to get wet and render it ineffective. It's got to be dry in order to be effective. So, again, this only takes about a teaspoon, maybe a little bit more, and you want to brush it in there to get it down to the dog's skin and not just hang it out on top of the fur. Now, she will pick up a flea or two when she's walking through the yard because I'll see her bite her feet. But by the time, that flea has gotten a quick meal, it will run up to the back to hide from her chewing and ability to nip at it with her teeth. So eventually, rather quickly, that flea will come across that diatomaceous earth and it will take effect and eradicate that flea one by one. And like I said, it's been about 4 weeks. She will scratch a little bit after she comes back from the yard, then she lays down, and that's it. So it is absolutely working. I hope it's helpful to you. Oh, look at that there. Now that's a real yard boss. That's a rooster. Now the dog is the number one yard boss, but I tell you what, that rooster is something else. Alrighty, y'all. Hope you have a great one. Take care.